Hey there, welcome to Books Podcast. In today's episode, we are here with another amazing book, The Dip by Seth Godin. And in this podcast, we will learn about why knowing when to quit and when to persist is crucial for success. We'll explore how the dip separates the best from the rest and how smart quitting can lead to bigger achievements. Stay tuned for powerful insights on perseverance and strategic decision-making.
All right, so get ready because today we are diving deep into The Dip by Seth Godin.
Oh, yeah.
This one's all about strategic quitting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you heard right, quitting.
Interesting concept.
But don't worry.
Right.
This isn't about throwing in the towel on everything.
Oh, no.
It's more about, choosing your battles wisely.
Being smart about it.
Yeah, how do we know when to push through those tough times?
Yeah.
And when to walk away. And how does that all relate to, growing on YouTube, navigating those career crossroads?
Right.
Even, those big life decisions where you're just should I stay or should I go?
Absolutely. It's a really interesting take that Godin has where he kind of flips the script on this whole never give up mentality.
Right.
And he really argues that quitting strategically can actually be your secret weapon to getting to the top.
Okay, see, I'm intrigued already because it's not about just being a quitter.
Right.
It's about being a smart quitter.
Exactly.
But how do we even know what to quit and what to stick with?
Well, he starts with this idea of being the best in the world.
Okay.
Now, when he says that, he doesn't necessarily mean you have to be the absolute best on the entire planet.
Thank goodness.
Right. More like the best in your specific niche, your own little corner of the world.
Right, because trying to be the best at everything is like a recipe for burnout.
Absolutely.
Not success.
Yeah, you can't be the best at everything. And
Right.
And there's this fascinating thing called Zipf's law
Okay.
that explains why this matters so much, why being number one is so important.
Okay.
Think about ice cream.
Okay.
Vanilla is the top-selling flavor, right?
Yeah, it's a classic.
But it's not just a little bit more popular.
Right.
It absolutely dominates.
Totally. Yeah, I see that. It's when you look at the movie box office,
Yeah.
the number one movie makes way more than the one in second place.
Yeah.
And forget about all the rest.
Exactly.
Yeah, the rewards are seriously lopsided.
They are. And so what that means for you, as a creator or somebody with a career or
Sure.
whatever you're trying to achieve, is that you need to aim for that top spot in your niche.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be the go-to channel
Okay.
for your specific type of content, on YouTube or whatever field you're in.
So you're saying it's better to be the Beyonce of book reviews or something.
Yes.
Than just trying to be a jack of all trades.
Exactly. It's about focusing your energy where it's really going to have the biggest impact.
Right. Okay.
And that's where the dip comes in.
Okay.
So the dip is that inevitable tough patch that we hit between starting something new and actually mastering it.
Yeah.
And most people quit right there.
Makes sense.
But Godin says that successful people lean into it.
Interesting.
They don't shy away from it.
Okay, I'm starting to see the connection now.
Yeah.
So when we're grinding away on YouTube, putting in all that work, creating content editing videos,
Mm-hmm.
And those views just aren't coming.
Yeah.
That's our dip, right?
That's your dip.
Okay.
And it's not just YouTube. Think about organic chemistry, those notoriously difficult classes.
Oh, yeah.
That are kind of meant to weed out students.
Right.
Or trade shows.
Right.
You have all these companies investing a ton of money.
Yeah.
Only to disappear after a year or two.
Interesting.
These are all dips. It's like a filter.
Oh,
It filters out the people who aren't truly committed.
so it's like a test of our grit.
It is a test of your grit.
Yeah. But Godin says successful people don't just survive the dip.
Right.
They actually use it to their advantage.
Yeah, it's where you refine your skills.
Okay.
It's where you build resilience and you pull ahead of the pack. So you're
Yeah.
not just enduring it.
Yeah,
You're actively leveling up.
Okay. This is getting good.
Right.
But I have to ask, how do we actually know if we're in a dip that's worth pushing through?
Yeah, that's the key question.
Or if it's a sign that we need to change course completely?
Well, that's where those other curves come, in the cul-de-sac and the cliff.
Ooh, okay.
And that's what we're going to tackle next.
All right, I am ready. Bring on those curves.
Well,
Through it.
Let's do it. Welcome back. So last time we were talking about those make or break curves, the dip, the cul-de-sac and the dreaded cliff.
Ooh, yes, those curves.
Yeah.
Because knowing the difference between a temporary slump and a total dead end
Yeah.
is key.
It's a crucial.
I'm all about maximizing my energy,
Absolutely.
So how do we do that?
Well, imagine you're driving along full speed ahead on your project, right? And you hit a roadblock.
Okay.
How do you know if it's worth pushing through or if it's time to take a detour?
Ooh, I like this analogy. Lay it on me.
Okay, so first you got to check your panic meter.
My panic meter.
Right, because Godin says quitting should be a strategic decision,
Okay.
not a knee-jerk reaction to stress.
Right.
Panic often leads to bad decisions.
Totally. It's like when you're editing a video and it's just not working.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're ready to just chuck the whole thing in the digital trash can.
Right?
But then you like take a break,
Yeah.
come back with fresh eyes.
Step away
And you're like, oh,
from the laptop.
okay,
Take a walk.
it's not bad.
Maybe eat some vanilla ice cream.
Right, exactly.
Whatever
Yeah.
helps you chill out.
Yeah. Panic managed.
What's next?
Okay, so panic managed.
What's the next road sign we should be looking out for?
So Godin's next question is all about who you're trying to influence.
Okay.
He says persistence works differently when you're dealing with an individual versus a whole market.
Ah, interesting.
Like there's a difference between convincing, say, your boss to give you a raise
Okay.
and convincing like thousands of people to subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Right. Okay, got it.
So with individuals, there's a limit to how much persistence is effective.
Okay.
You can pitch an idea to your boss a few times, but if they're not biting,
Right.
you might need to move on.
Yeah, don't beat a dead horse, as they
Right. But with a market, it's a whole different ballgame.
Okay.
Not everyone's going to love your content,
Right.
but every effort you make to reach more people increases your chances of finding your tribe. So even if my latest video didn't go viral,
Yeah.
it might still be reaching new viewers who will love my other stuff.
Exactly. Consistency is key.
Okay.
Don't get discouraged by initial rejections or slow growth. You're playing the long game here.
Long game.
Ah.
Okay, I'm feeling empowered already,
All right.
but there's got to be more to this road trip to success.
Yeah.
What's the final question Godin throws our way?
This one's crucial. What measurable progress am I making?
Okay.
If you're not seeing any movement forward, it might be a sign that you're stuck in that cul-de-sac we talked about.
Oh.
That dead end where no matter how much effort you put in, you're not getting anywhere.
Cul-de-sacs, they're like the Bermuda Triangle of productivity.
Yes.
You go in with all this energy and motivation, and then poof, it just vanishes.
It just disappears.
Yeah.
And that's where tracking your progress is so important.
Okay.
Whether it's YouTube analytics or sales figures,
Right.
or even just journaling your personal growth, or like having that concrete data can help you see if you're actually moving forward.
So it's not just about blindly pushing ahead. It's about paying attention to those little wins
Absolutely.
and course correcting when needed.
Exactly. And sometimes that course correction might mean quitting a specific tactic
Right.
or even a whole project,
Mm-hmm.
but doesn't mean you're giving up on your ultimate goal.
Right. It's about being flexible, adaptable, and not being afraid to try a different route
Yeah.
if the current one isn't leading you where you want to go.
Exactly. Now let's apply this to YouTube.
Okay.
Imagine you've been creating videos for a while, but your subscriber count is flatlining,
Oh, no.
and your views are dropping faster than a hot potato.
I can feel the panic rising just thinking about it.
Right.
It's so easy to get discouraged when you feel like you're putting in the work but not seeing results.
It is, but what do we do?
What do we do?
First, take a deep breath and remember those questions.
Okay, deep breaths.
Are you panicking? Are you being consistent and reaching out to your market? Are you tracking your progress to see what's working and what's not?
All right, don't hit the eject button just yet.
Yeah.
There might be a simple tweak you can make, like trying a new video format or collaborating with other creators,
Exactly.
or even just refreshing your channel branding.
It's about constantly experimenting and learning what resonates with your audience.
Okay.
Now, this brings us to the concept of overcoming the fear of quitting.
Ooh, good one. Okay. All right, we're back, and I'm already feeling more strategic about my quitting choices, or maybe I should say like strategic pivoting.
Right.
But let's be honest, quitting still has a bit of a stigma, right?
It does.
Like we're taught to think of it as failure, as giving up. But Godin's saying it can actually be a sign of intelligence,
Absolutely.
even strength.
It's about recognizing when something is not working and having the courage to walk away.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like holding on too tight.
Right.
That actually sabotages us in the long run.
Exactly. It's draining your energy. It's taking away from those things that you could be really excelling at.
So it's like quitting the wrong things frees you up to
Yeah.
like go all in on the things that really matter.
Yes.
Those dips worth conquering.
The dips that are going to take you to the top.
I love that.
It's like clearing out your mental closet so you have space for like those amazing new outfits, you know?
Ooh, I like that.
The ones that make you feel confident and powerful.
Yeah, out with the old, in with the awesome.
Exactly.
Okay. But overcoming that fear of quitting, That's easier said than done.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sure a lot of our listeners are like nodding their heads right now.
Yeah, we worry about what other people will think.
Totally.
About damaging our reputation or, admitting defeat.
Right.
But Godin has a great point. What if we reframed quitting as
Yeah.
a strategic move?
Okay, I like that.
As a way to break free from those dead ends and actually chase those opportunities that have the potential to make us the best in our world.
So it's not about letting fear hold us back. It's about having the guts to say, this isn't serving me anymore. I'm out.
Exactly. And he uses a really inspiring example in the book.
Okay.
He talks about Michael Crichton,
Oh, yeah.
the author of Jurassic Park,
Mm-hmm.
and all those other awesome thrillers.
So good.
Did you know he actually quit a promising career in medicine to pursue writing?
Wait, seriously. He went to Harvard Medical School and just walked away.
Yeah.
Wow.
He realized medicine wasn't his true passion.
Oh, wow.
So he took a leap of faith and followed his heart, even though it meant leaving behind something that most people would consider like a dream job.
That takes serious courage.
It does.
To walk away from something that seems safe and secure,
Right.
especially after investing so much time and effort into it.
Right.
It's like he quit that pre-med dip to conquer a whole different one, writing bestsellers.
Exactly. And that leads perfectly into Godin's next big idea, the power of picking your dip.
Okay.
He says you can't be the best at everything.
Right.
It's about being selective,
Hmm.
focusing your energy where you have the greatest potential to shine.
Love that it's so liberating to realize you don't have to be good at a million things.
Yes.
You can choose to excel at the things that light you up,
Right.
that make you want to jump out of bed in the morning.
Exactly. And to explain this, he uses this really clever analogy about, wait for it, bicycle tires.
Okay, bicycle tires, I'm hooked.
So he says if you put too little air in a tire,
Mm-hmm.
it won't go anywhere.
Okay.
But if you put too much in, it'll burst.
Ooh, what's the tire pressure wisdom here?
He's saying you need to find that right balance between your resources,
Yeah.
like your time, your energy, and the market that you're trying to conquer.
Okay.
If the market's too big and you spread yourself too thin, your efforts will be diluted.
Right, like trying to be everything to everyone.
Yeah, no bueno.
No bueno.
But if you focus on a smaller, more defined market,
Mm-hmm.
you have a greater chance of making a real impact.
Oh.
It's like finding that sweet spot where your passions and your skills align with an audience that's actually craving what you offer.
It's like choosing the right size bike tire for the terrain you're riding on.
Yes.
Like a mountain bike tire won't do you much good on a smooth road.
Right.
And a skinny road tire will get you nowhere in the mountains.
Exactly. And this is crucial for YouTube creators. It's all about finding your niche,
Yeah.
becoming the go-to expert in your little corner of the YouTube universe.
So it's not about blindly chasing the biggest audience or trying to please everyone.
Right.
It's about being strategic,
Yeah.
focusing on building a community of people who genuinely connect with your unique style and message.
Absolutely. And remember, you don't have to go it alone sometimes. Collaborating with other creators or finding a mentor
Yeah.
can help you get through those tough dips and reach new heights.
This has been an amazing deep dive.
Yes.
Not just about YouTube or careers, it's about life, really.
Yes.
Learning to recognize those dips, those cul-de-sacs, and knowing when to push through or pivot.
Mm-hmm.
It's about realizing that quitting isn't the opposite of success. In fact, quitting the right things might just be the key to unlocking our full potential.
Absolutely.
So listeners, what's the dip you need to conquer?
Yeah.
And what are you going to quit today to make room for it?
That's the question.
That's something to ponder as we wrap up this deep dive into the dip.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time, happy quitting.
Happy quitting. And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Books Podcast for more such amazing podcasts.